Tigers, Mariners, welcome to Seattle. We're here in the top of the 8th. The Mariners trying to protect a 3-2 lead as the Tigers, top of the order, will come up to bat.
At the plate so far this season, of course.
Their number 2 hitter, Riley, will come up to face new pitcher Gabe Spear. Riley's 2 for 3 on the day. As his Tigers are down by 1. And here we go.
Especially because he's going to have to stick his
lefty on lefty matchup. Spear and Green. Here we go.
7 hits to left-handers all of last season.
And Riley swings and misses at an inside sinker, 0-1.
Last year, he does lose some power left on left rather than left on right, but the 6 home runs were a quarter of his home run power last year.
You're just looking for Riley to get on there with Torkelson on deck, and you think you'll see a
0-1 offering. Riley shoots this ball right to Bliss, and he'll fire it over to Solano for the first out.
Motion on to first for out number 1.
And Luis Castillo, I mean, you got to give credit.
Up to bat now for the Tigers, their first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Pitch count, got up to
Torque is 0 for 3 on the day.
And gets
with a ground out, fly out, and a strikeout.
And turns it over to Spire with Riley Green coming up.
Torque hits this ball into the left field corner, and is that foul?
It's a foul ball.
It is.
Wow, that was close. Off the bat, Dan, I thought that was extra bases.
I sure did too. It must have just got out in front and hooked.
The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that slider. That's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Spear. And that's fouled back.
Staying alive.
Another 0-2 pitch. Torque swings and misses. He chased the slider. That's a strikeout for Gabe Spear for the second out of the top of the 8th.
Make Figer Law your first call and get the justice you deserve. Figer Law. All we do is win.
A 2-run second inning has the Mariners holding a 3-2 lead.
Up to bat now for the Tigers, Andy Ibanez.
Second base that prolonged an inning. It was Crawford in the 9th
and
spot.
Spear misses with a fastball outside.
Pitch hits for Carpenter.
Ball
in a
1.
Big spot for 77 here.
Ibanez is pitch hitting for Carey. And he swings and misses at the high sinker. 1-1.
Looking for trying to tie that ball game up. Big swing from Andy Ibanez. See if he goes to that same model as he did on Spencer Torkelson, where he showed him the fastball and then got him out with the sliders.
1-1 pitch. Just below the zone, and it's ball 2.
2-1.
And Garver wanted that up too. I mean, he gave that target similar spot as the 1-0 pitch to Andy Ibanez. He missed his spot.
2-1 pitch. Check swing. And he went. 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, that's a big breaker too, and you can see that it fooled Spencer a couple of times and looked like the same on Ibanez.
The 2-2 delivery. Up high, and the count is full.
It went right back upstairs.
Ibanez is going to call timeout.
And Andy Ibanez just wisely looks at it and says, nope, that's high. Let's see if he goes back to that slider.
Big pitch here. That ball is hit right to JP. He'll flip it over to Solano for the final out of the frame. And the Mariners hold on to their one-run lead. We'll be right back for the bottom of the eighth. Welcome back to Seattle. John Brebbia is the new pitcher for the Tigers for the bottom of the eighth. And he's got to face the Mariners, part of their order.
Split time with the White Sox and Atlanta last year. Comes to the mound to face
Andy Ibanez is the new third baseman.
Comes into the ball game to play third after pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter, who is
Zach
in right, so
McKinstry
is out in right
is sent
field
out to
for
right field,
the
and
series.
Carey is knocked out of the game.
Cal Raleigh will bat against Brebbia.
Cal Raleigh will be the first pitcher that John Brebbia sees, or first hitter. And that changeup's in the zone for a strike, 0-1.
To Raleigh from Brebbia. Brennan Hannafy.
Cal Raleigh is
third,
the Mariners'
no base
DH
runners,
today.
3 groundouts
1 and 3, a single back all the way back in the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. He didn't
You see
go.
that first pitch
1-1.
to Cal Raleigh, too, is that pitch that Brebbia has really worked hard on that changeup. He's pretty much a fastball slider guy, but especially to those left-handers trying to come up with that third pitch.
And Cal hits this ball very high. And it's at right field. McKinstry's under it for the first out.
Number 1. We promised you since last night a story about Zach McKinstry, and it ended up on the cutting room floor. And so, here it is from the other night. He's trying to figure out where the ball is, and you see there's a guy in Tigers gear down the right field line that's like, hey, it's right there. And he was reenacting it to say, I was trying to tell Zach where the ball was. And so he went to Zach and said, that guy, did you see the guy? And he
Randy
goes,
swings
"No."
and misses.
Riley Green
at the
told me
slider.
where the ball was.
Riley was pointing
1-1.
to him. He's going to tell him where it was. Because Zach picked up that ball and almost took his nose off with that throwback into the infield.
Randy is
I hate
late
to
for that
break it to
fastball. It's
that
0-2.
guy, But Zach McKinstry
Lets out a
did not-
frustrated
although Zach said
yell.
you could tell why people thought that the guy's pointing and Zach puts his hands up. And I thought it was a great question you asked Zach.
That slider
about putting his
goes
hands up
away.
there.
It's
Yeah,
1-2.
just because it happened a few years ago at Comerica Park where it gets stuck underneath that padding, and he throws his hands up just in case of a replay, but he's got to go dig that
Randy
ball out.
fouls that
He's
one
gotta
off.
go
It's
underneath
1-2
that
again.
and grab it and come in and fire it back into the infield. But should AJ want to challenge the play and say they got a triple and say, hey, that should be a double, he could go back and say, look, it was lodged and I threw my
Slider
hands up,
down
and
and
that's
away.
why he did that
Randy
before
thought
retrieving
about
the
it,
ball
but
and throwing it
didn't
in.
go all the way. 2-2.
You put it on tape, so it's accredited appeal, basically, to say it was under. By the way, we do the most cinematic shots of right field corners. across
Randy
the
pops
MLB
that
TV
one
app,
up,
and nobody's
and coming over is Torkelson to make the second out of the bottom of the
close. I
eighth.
want StatCast on John Brebbia and
Randy
his
looked
footballs
late
there.
on everything.
That was an awesome adventure from Brebbia off the mound. He looked like a cat chasing his tail.
And now the catcher for
Watch it
Seattle, Mitch Garver.
He runs that way, and then he comes back the other way because he realized he might have to go cover first base. Watch him here. He's gone, and then he's back.
But how that ball was, that's one of those high.
And Mitch Garver hits this ball
That's
to
a high
deep
fly
right
ball
left center field.
Ryan
And
Kreidler
under
went
it
direct
is
route.
Kreidler for the
Brebbia
final out of the bottom of the
1,
eighth.
2, 3 inning.
We head to the top of the ninth.
One run
Mariners
out of
3,
center right
Tigers
field.
2. They'll try and close it out.
Spring starts with save.
Ron Burgundy.
Welcome back to the top of the ninth. The closer for Seattle is out. Andres Munoz will come on for the save.
Would they leave Spire
He
in
saved
there
22 of his
with Cole
27
Keith
save
coming up?
opportunities.
just for the
59
one
innings
hitter,
last year,
thinking, would they
2.112 ERA.
hit for Colt Keith, but Dan Wilson decides
A
that he's
really
gonna
great
bring
year
Munoz in
from
on the
Andres
bench. You
Munoz.
got Margot, Dingler,
First batter will be
Baez,
Colt.
all right-handed hitters available, and
So a
he says,
righty-lefty
"No, I'm not taking
matchup
any chances. I'm
right
going
away.
to my closer Munoz."
That slider misses outside.
And he throws
Ball
ball
1.
one. Remember, the Tigers got to Andres Munoz last year with a Javi Baez home run out of nowhere at Comerica Park. Keith
Colts
Malloy
0-1
and
with 2
Sweeney, the
walks.
scheduled hitters.
And that slider's
And he
in the
pikes
zone
the
for a
slider,
strike.
1-1.
1-1.
Munoz picked up a save last Sunday, his last outing.
passes
Fastball
high,
up high.
So will the layoff of a couple
2-1.
days have any impact for the All-Star last year who had a 2.12 ERA, 3 years running now, an ERA sub-3 for Munoz. Very tough to get to.
That ball's
He's
down,
behind
and it's 3-1.
to Keith, who's walked twice in a row.
He set a career high with 22
This
saves
is a
last
big
year.
pitch right
Previous
here.
high was 13 in 2023.
Inside for a
No,
walk.
sir. Ball four.
Third
Colt
walk of the
Keith
game
has
for
taken
Colt
3
Keith.
walks.
And the game-tying run is at first base for the Tigers.
Boy, and that's just
Now up to
even
bat
better.
for
That's
Detroit,
that
their
lingering
DH,
in the back
the
of
sixth
mind
hitter, Justin
of what
Henry
happened the
Malloy,
last time.
who's 0 for
Got
3 on the
compared to
day.
Mark with the Baez home run. And that's not what you wanted to see with that leadoff walk. But if you're the Tigers, you're saying, boy, what a great way to get this started.
Malloy
Ooh,
takes
inside slider.
Nearly got grazed
1-0,
by
and here
that.
comes
The
Mitch
time
Garver
call by Garver,
talk to
who goes
Munoz.
running out to the mound to talk to Munoz, who walked all of 26 batters in 60 appearances last year, 59 1/3. He allowed less than a base runner per inning.
Boy, look at Garver. He went out there, and boy, is he taking a slow walk back behind the plate just to give Munoz just that extra bit of time. I mean, it does. It looks like he's a little bit energetic. Got a lot of energy out there, moving a little bit fast. Munoz is. Garver trying to slow him down, reel him in.
1-0 delivery.
Counts here. He wanted
Fastball
to, but it
just
was not a
outside.
strike. It's 2-0.
It's
He was
2-0.
ready to swing at something
He
good.
was. And Munoz, you can see just a little bit different delivery. Whatever Garver told him, it settled him down. It was a little bit slower and under control.
2-0 pitch.
That
Just misses
It's
again,
3-0,
and it's
the
3-0 on
restless
Justin
energy
Henry
in
Malloy.
the Pacific Northwest grows.
Oh, this is big. Big pitch here.
7 pitches out of this
3-0 delivery.
And this 3-0
That ball
is
just
not
misses
there.
again. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Tigers have 2 on and nobody out in the top of the 9th.
Tigers.
Dan Wilson looks on. You can see the nerves on his face.
Trey Sweeney back in the 5th inning. One swing gave the Tigers a run.
Boy, and he can be kind of just see if he can just get him in, put it in that little teacup, just spraying the ball a little bit. If you're Trey Sweeney, you're kind of looking for a pitch in one spot, seeing if you can do some damage on it.
Here's Trey Sweeney, who homered earlier in the
First
game.
one.
He shows bunt. That's taken inside
Oh,
for
no.
a strike.
That's not a strike.
And Trey Sweeney squaring around to bunt. AJ doesn't bunt a whole lot. Yeah, that looked like it was a ball on the ball outside of the strike zone.
Wow. 0-1.
The 0-1 offering. Sweeney swings and misses at the 100 miles per hour fastball in the zone. That's 0-2.
Boy, that first pitch is just a killer.
It is. It changes the entire at-bat. And it changes the entire at-bat for the pitcher.
Double and triple
And
play
instead
ball
of
in
just
effect
being
here for Seattle.
Want to know after you walk the first 2 hitters and you're saying, oh man, all those negative thoughts creep in there. Now it's completely different. You get that little break and you throw one triple digits.
0-2.
The 0-2 pitch. Did he go?
Yeah, he went.
He went. A strikeout for
That was
Munoz.
a rough way to start an
Sweeney
at-bat.
chased the slider
One down.
and strikes out
we
on
have
3
a
straight
whole
pitches.
right-handed bench as well, but that doesn't mean AJ Hinch won't use his bench bats. Dylan Dingler has grabbed a bat. He's going to hit for Rogers here.
Up to bat for the Tigers. We have a new batter. Dylan Dingler will pitch hit for Jake Rogers. One gone in the top of the 9th.
Dylan,
Tigers down a run. They have a runner in scoring position and one at first.
And he
That
takes the
slider
first pitch,
misses.
breaking
Down
ball,
and
1-0.
away, and it's 1-0.
It's almost like a test drive for Munoz to see if he has the slider. He's been pretty fastball heavy.
You know, I was going to say, that's a big slider, too. That's one that I think you can recognize out of the hand, and it wasn't really close. So, again, you've got to be sitting dead red.
1-0 delivery. And that ball is fouled off.
And he was.
And the count is all tied at
It
1.
looked like one of those swings that Torkelson took earlier in the game with that 99-mile-an-hour fastball out over the plate, trying to drive it the other way.
Malloy at first, Keith at second. Tigers a run behind.
1-1 pitch.
It's
Down.
2 balls.
That
and a strike
sinker's
on
down.
Dylan
It's
Dingler.
2-1.
Munoz trying to center himself here. He's
Still
thrown
1 out.
15 pitches, 10
Dingler ahead in the count. Big pitch here. Dingler fouls that one inside.
Moore, and they're going to say foul ball. Foul ball off his leg. 2-2.
2-2 pitch now. Yeah, that one was fouled off his leg.
To foul a ball off yourself and have it go back into play.
That's, I mean, high up on your leg. That'll tell you a little bit about the movement on that sinker from Munoz.
Big pitch here. 2-2 pitch. Dingler hits this ball into left field for a base hit. Randy's going to throw it in, and the bases are loaded with 1 out in the top of the 9th. And this will bring up Detroit's 9-hitter.
You said it earlier. These Tigers.
Wow, they are threatening here. The gritty Tigers are back at it again in 2025.
Dylan Dingler went down and got that slider, went down and got it, shot it right in that hole. But Cole Keith did, in case they laid out on that line drive and didn't want to get doubled up, already being in the scoring position. But still, bases loaded, just the 1 out.
Now we got a mound visit for the Mariners.
So Ryan Kreidler, the hitter. McKinstry is next. And Javi Baez is going to grab a bat for Kreidler here. So Baez will hit. He has a history with Andres Munoz with that
a pinch hitter here for the Tigers. Javi Baez will pinch hit for Ryan Kreidler.
And it was one of those
bases loaded,
sliders.
1 out, top of the 9th, Detroit down a run.
Munoz just stays with fastballs to Javi, and if Javi's looking for
Munoz versus Baez. Here we go.
First one is
that sinker's down. That's 1-0. A walk ties the game.
Two walks and a single.
1-0 pitch. Just outside. And it's 2-0. Munoz is struggling right now.
Some restless clapping here in Seattle as the Tigers try to storm back against the Mariners.
2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Fastball blown by Baez at 99. And now the count is at 2-1.
Right there, and you've got to be looking fastball. Just if you're thinking about.
If Baez strikes out, this takes away the sac fly. That's a sinker in the zone, taken for a strike. 2-2.
Just again went right after him with that sinker.
And this is big here.
See if he stays with that. I don't know if he's going to throw that slider. If he throws that slider, he risks it being off
the tying run, 90 feet
away.
away.
3-2.
2 balls,
Or do you challenge
2 strikes.
with that fastball?
2-2.
The pitch from Munoz. Baez hits this one. They're going to throw home, and he's out.
To get the out there. And Keith with a hard slide.
Colts out.
2 gone.
After they throw it to home and get him on the force. 2 outs, bases still loaded.
and it was cut a lot of the play, but what a throw and play by Dylan Moore over there at third base. He barely got this ball by Colt Keith, had to throw it up and over that left shoulder. It almost looked like it was going to hit Colt Keith right in the back.
And now the top of the order for the Tigers, Zach McKinstry.
2 down,
will come up to bat for Detroit.
McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry, too, a tough out. Doesn't swing at too many.
McKinstry is a lefty, Munoz is a righty.
You're going to have to throw a strike.
So a lefty-righty matchup. This favors McKinstry here.
And Munoz has had that control issues in this inning.
First one.
McKinstry swings and misses at a slider that he chased. It's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 delivery. That's taken for a strike. And the Tigers are down to their last strike.
Boy, that one had a little extra. Yeah, it was triple digit, but man, that thing had, even it was down in the strike zone, had that little jump to it.
Bases loaded, 0-2.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. McKinstry chases the slider in the dirt. And the Mariners get out of it and win it 3-2. Whew.
Tough way to go down. The misplay at second base.
The
very
Mariners
early in the game in the second turns out to
get
be
out of the
decisive,
jam.
and the Mariners,
The Tigers
first
strand
win
them
of the
loaded
series. The Tigers
to end the
at
game.
home
What a win for the
at
Mariners.
2-4.
See y'all later.
This is
RV
a
out.
road
Peace.
trip.